Alright, so this is a video I sent into the Discord. How speedrunners beat Portal without the portal gun. I want to play Portal on stream. I've just been putting it off a little bit. By Masushi.
On January 10th, 2022, Portal was beaten in 0 portals. With no cheats, no weird technicalities, and some of the most broken glitches you've ever seen,
Oh wow.
Portal can be beaten in just about an hour without the game's titular feature. Well, actually, you do still need portals. The run is technically 0 portals, no passing through portals, so we don't shoot any portals or travel through any portals the game places for us, but we do still use the portals, and we'll get to that in a bit.
Wait, he just passed through a portal. What does this mean?
Since the game's release, leased portals has always been a point of discussion for Portal enthusiasts. It begs the question of how efficient you can be with your portal placement to solve the puzzle in the least amount of portal shots. Or in some cases, how creative you can be to solve puzzles without portals altogether. It kind of goes side by side with glitch hunting and speedrunning, as people really try to push the boundaries of what is possible within the game. And the developers essentially recommend the player to attempt leased portals runs, as after beating some of the main levels, you unlock the challenge maps, where the game challenges you to beat the dual portal chambers in the least amount of time, steps, or of course, portals.
Test chamber 14 is the one that could be done within like 2 seconds time. So I wonder how that is. I assume this is the whole game, not just the test chambers. I hope, because that'd be way cooler.
Within the challenge maps, there are recommended amounts of portal shots for bronze, silver, and gold completions. Some of these are pretty cool, like in chamber 14, where with a clever fling, you can solve the chamber in just 2 portals. However, on other levels, like chamber 15, the gold completion is an outrageous 14 portals. But of course, speedrunners and glitch hunters can solve the puzzle with much less. Instead of using portals, physics objects can be used to complete the chambers. More specifically, there are some glitches with physics objects that are quite overpowered. Prop flying is a glitch originally seen in Half-Life 2, where by mashing grab and jump, the player can repeatedly jump off of a physics object and essentially fly, being able to reach almost anywhere on the map. However, prop flying is patched in the version of Source that Portal is on.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Valve changed prop mechanics so that physics objects are at a fixed distance from the player when
I remember playing this as a kid and trying to like stand on the companion cube while jumping on it, and it would never work. So I was gonna say, there's no way there's a way to do that, unless there's like a double glitch where you can glitch around the patch.
They are picked up,
which would be crazy.
So that when the player tries to jump, the object will be too far in front of them. But there is still a variant of the glitch that we can do in Portal.
Of course!
Because if you perform a prop climb against a wall, the wall pushes the prop below the player in such a way that you can jump off of it. This is called a wall climb, and using this glitch, you can scale basically any wall in the game.
Holy shit.
All it takes is a physics object, like a radio, cube, wall camera, or a turret, and a lot of mashing on the grab and jump buttons.
That's fire.
This glitch can completely break some chambers, like 17 and 18, where you can pretty easily solve these chambers without portals by just wall climbing over any obstacles. Wall climbing is by far the most broken glitch for leased portals, but there are still some other glitches that can help us. Accelerated backwards hopping, or ABHing, is the standard movement glitch in Portal, whereby repeatedly jumping back.
Back in the day, we would call this strafing. No, whatever they said, BHing or whatever.
Backwards, we can exploit a
Wait, that means bunny hop. Okay, never mind.
Faulty speed cap to exponentially gain speed. We can use ABHing to cross most horizontal gaps in the game, like the one at the start of Chamber 18 and in Chamber 3. Accelerated backwards hopping can also single-handedly solve Chamber 8 without any portals, by performing a trick titled ABH over Goo. But there's one trick that trumps them all, that basically allows for any chamber to be solved in only 2 portals, and that's the save glitch and camera fly. The save glitch is one of Portal's most broken glitches. By saving and loading the game while stuck in the edge of a portal, the player can maintain a portal collision state. It's quite complicated, and there are many side effects to it, but all you need to know for leased portals is that while save glitched, most surfaces in the game that aren't next to a portal become non-solid. such that the player can just walk through walls and fall out of bounds. Then there's the camera fly glitch, which utilizes faulty collision with the wall-mounted cameras. By detaching a camera on the wall and jumping on it in a certain way, you can gain a ton of speed.
Oh my god!
Like a stupid amount of speed. You can use this to basically fly through an entire level. By combining this with the save glitch, you can fly through walls and ceilings to essentially go from the start of the level to the end of the level almost instantly. Manipulating the speed from the camera fly is incredibly challenging, so this strategy is only used when necessary.
This guy's just flexing all the glitches that these speedrunners have found. This is the coolest. That is so sick. Why don't you just do that for That's so cool. That's so fire. Never seen these bonus maps? Yeah, I never got to them either in my playthrough. Dimension signs are already showing. Yeah, I forgot what BH stands for. My bad. Bunny hop.
But with just 2 portals, you can detach a camera from the wall and activate the save glitch, making basically every level in Portal solvable in just 2 portals. Combining a lot of these glitches, and a couple more small ones, glitch hunters pretty quickly figured out that you could beat all of Portal with just 15 portals.
That one was sick.
The portals in the least portals run looked a little something like this. One portal was used as a seam shot in chambers 4 and 5, which is basically shooting the super small space between 2 walls. One portal in chamber 6 to solve the puzzle. Another portal in chamber 10 to get up to the main part of the level. One in chambers 11 and 12 to get the save glitch. 2 in chamber 15 to do the save glitch and camera fly combo. 2 in chamber 16 to get past the grate at the end of the level. 2 in chamber 19 to do the save glitch and camera fly combo. 2 in escape 0 to get past the fence near the end of the level. 2 in escape 01 to get past the vent. And in escape 02, one portal is preserved from the previous map, so you only need 1 portal to get past the grate at the start of the level.
Oh wait, that's sick.
And that's it. It was thought that 15 portals was the game's limit. In 2016, a group of speedrunners made a segmented speedrun of the least portals route, which beat the game with 15 portals in under 15 minutes.
Oh wow.
It had a ton of cool strats, like in Escape 02, where a turret is used as a ramp to do an accelerated backwards hop off of. It's a super impressive run.
What?
But let's face it.
I'm so sorry, I gotta watch that one back. Did he take damage from this turret to gain speed to jump off of a different turret?
Escape 02, where a turret is used as a ramp to do an accelerated backwards hop off of. It's a super impressive run.
That's
but
crazy.
Let's face it, it's not the reason you clicked on this video.
True.
So how exactly do you improve upon this and beat Portal without shooting any portals? Enter the item save glitch.
What?
It's one of the more broken glitches in the game that completely breaks the physics objects. Despite the name, the glitch actually has nothing to do with the normal save glitch, but rather a really weird interaction between portals and physics objects can impose a save glitch-like state onto the props, causing them to float around, skid on the floor, pass through walls out of bounds, and essentially defy all known laws of physics. Activating the item save glitch is really hard, and somewhat random too, but once it's activated, the glitch is so powerful that it persists between playthroughs. The only way to turn off the item save glitch is by restarting Portal in its entirety. For a while,
what the heck?
ISG...
Wait, so this glitch just breaks the whole engine? Like, the whole game engine. That's so cool. I've never heard of a game that has, like, a glitch where it consists through all the levels. That's freaky. That's freaky, dude. That's freaky. Imagine doing this on accident. Imagine being the first person to discover this glitch, do it completely on accident, and then your whole game is just entirely bugged out, and all the chairs are hopping around like sardines.
Became one of the biggest gag glitches in Portal.
That's
something that wasn't
awesome.
Incredibly useful, but was really funny to show off. At one point, runners started realizing how ISG could be used for least portals. In just about every chamber in the game, there's an emancipation grill at the end of the level, which will fizzle any physics object the player tries to preserve from the previous test. However, with the item save glitch, you can push an item out of bounds, around the fizzler, and then bring it back in bounds, effectively allowing you to circumvent the emancipation grill and preserve physics objects between chambers, which is pretty
Wow.
powerful combined with all of our physics object
That's
glitches.
fire.
In 2014, user Margin67 showed off an alternative leased portal strat for chambers 4 and 5 that only used one portal to get the item save glitch. Margin preserved a cube from chamber 4 into chamber 5, and then after restarting their game to cancel the item save glitch, they were able to solve chamber 5 in 0 portals by using the extra cube. But it would take
That's
another
so
discovery
sick.
for the item save glitch to find its true potential, and that being an older patch of the game. You see, on most modern versions of Portal, the player will get stuck in out-of-bounds space, unless they are in close proximity to a portal. However, on version 3420, this is not the case, as the player can freely move out of bounds. This is huge, because there really aren't any obstacles out of bounds, so if we can move around freely, it's really easy to just get to the end of the level without using any portals. The item save glitch also easily allowed players to clip out of bounds.
So evil.
By stuffing a prop into the player and saving and loading, you can effortlessly clip through the ground. In fact, with the item save glitch in version 3420 of Portal, the game was so broken that there was essentially one technique that could solve every single level in the game with 0
Whoa.
portals. It went a little
Oh,
something
wow.
like this. Get item save glitch. Using item save glitch, get a physics object stuck inside of you.
Break through the map.
Then, save and load to get both yourself and your prop out of bounds. Once out of bounds, make a save and then restart the game to cancel the item save glitch. Then, reload your save and using your prop, wall climb to the top of the level. Now, you can navigate through the level fairly easily out of bounds, and once you reach the
Wow.
end, you can clip back into the level by saving and loading. And then, by loading a previous save to reactivate item save glitch, you can bring your prop back inbounds. This strategy is quite silly, as it basically circumvents solving the puzzles altogether, and just abuses Source Engine witchcraft to get to the end of the
Witchcraft.
levels. The 0 portal run would truly become
This is freaky. All I know about this game is from the Minecraft mod. You're evil for that. You're dead wrong. You're evil for that. That's messed up. I don't know how I feel about this. This is so interesting. Like, this is such a cool glitch to manage it with 0 portals. But glitches and speedruns start irking me when you gotta log out of the game. I can't explain it very well besides that. Or, like, to me, that's, like, a little too much. Like, I get it. You're still just playing the game. And you're not, like, hacking or using, like, a third-party thing. But still, when you gotta log out and load it, then it's, to me, it's, like, a little, like, I still respect it. I get it. I understand it. But that's a little much.
possible in January of 2021, when a runner named Uncrafted Name would find an item save glitch setup inside of the vault, right at the start of the game. It involved placing the radio in a very precise way, so that the radio's hitbox clips into the floor a little bit.
What?
Then you could move the clipboard around inside the radio until the game entered an item save glitch state. Dinos would be the first one to tackle the
Bro,
0 portal
Bro, what is this profile picture? By any means necessary supremely on a dolphin.
run,
Really,
as he
bro?
started labbing out some strats in 2021, but would finally attempt the run in 2022. Funnily enough, Dinos used the speedrun strats for the first 2 chambers, which uses a glitchy radio launch instead of solving the puzzle, which uses 0 portals anyways. Since the speedrun strat doesn't travel through any of the portals, the run is simultaneously a 0 portals run and a no passing through portals run. But we
Whoa.
do still need portals to beat the game, as the vault portals are still
Boring.
required to get save glitch and item save glitch. Before doing the speedrun strat, Dinos sets up the item save glitch in the vault, and crucially makes a quick save right after setting up the radio. Dinos will come back to the save many times in the run, as it basically lets him trigger the item save glitch whenever necessary.
Oh,
Dinos also make sure
that's really sick. Yeah, and you're beating the game, but you're technically just not playing the game. Yeah, you beat the game, but it's... But hey, if there's no portals, are you even playing Portal anymore? No, you're not. You're not. This is actually really cool. So this is so interesting. So you can like just trigger the state, like break the you can witchcraft the engine whenever you want. You can just load the save state and then load another save state. which is so
lets him
cool.
trigger the
So
item
creative.
save glitch whenever necessary. Dinos also make sure to take the radio with him from the vault into the next levels. While under normal circumstances, it's impossible to take the radio out of the first level, Dinos will end up bringing this radio with him all the way until Chamber 15. It's worth noting that Dinos did come into some problems when routing, mainly because clipping out of bounds with a physics object will always push the player downwards, and in some levels, it didn't seem possible to get on top of the level after clipping down. Dinos fixes this by clipping out of bounds in very specific spots, near pits that actually extend a bit downwards in out of bounds space. With some quick reactions, the player can wall climb on these out of bounds walls to get on top of the level. Other than that, the run mostly rinses and repeats the same
crazy.
strat. Get item save glitch, clip yourself and your physics object out of bounds, wall climb to the top of the level, navigate the level in out of bounds space, and clip you and your physics object back in bounds. There are some smaller details, like in Chamber 16, Dinos replaces his trusty vault radio with a turret, because he finds it easier to wall climb and clip with. This turret, of course, is kept for the rest of the game, until the GLaDOS boss fight. Escape 02 is also quite technical. Since there are no pits in this level, you have to be really creative to get on top of the chamber out of bounds. Dinos loads the level while partially stuck inside the wall. Doing this, you can barely break free from the wall out of bounds and climb back up, which is
Holy,
a lot more
that's
tricky
crazy.
than it looks. Overall, Dinos has to restart his game a whopping 36 times throughout this zero portal run, and he has to wall climb over a ton of massive walls, which makes the run quite annoying. If you want to watch the run in full, it's linked in the description below. To this day, only two
That's the thing about this that I don't really like, bro. What is it? 36 times he said, or 32? To me, it's a little, a little bit.
other runners have completed a zero portal run, so it's definitely not an easy feat to accomplish. But it's absurd that this zero portal run is possible in the first place.
Yeah,
as
it is
nearly
true.
15 years
That is
after
cool.
the game's release, we're still finding new ways to break this timeless game.
Wheatley!
Who knows what will be possible in 15 more. Thanks for watching.
Oh, I love Wheatley so much. Man, that was sick. Oh, the rat rooms. No, that was sick. That was really, really cool. Masushi. I wonder if this guy makes other Portal videos. Or what he does. Oh, wow. Wow. He does a lot of, like, speedrunning Portal videos. That was really cool. Holy. Holy. Well, anyways, this guy... Great video. This was sick. I need to leave that a like. Very cool video. That was sick. That was really, really cool. Portals are magical witchcraft of the devil. I'm not going to go through one. Phase shifts through a wall instead. Yeah, the portals are evil, but
On January 10th,
you're just allowed to phase through the whole game and restart it a bunch of times. No, that was cool. That was a really sick video. That was cool. Shout out Masushi. That was lit. M Sushi. That was sick. Really, really cool. So fascinating. But anyways, cool video.